What's up, guys? This is part 2 of episode 11. Thanks for checking it out. I know we had a little buffer in between. It's going to be a good one.
And I got these pamphlets here. So, anyway,
You have a story?
yeah. How do I start this? We have a guy that's working with us now. His name is Sonny.
Oh, you have two new guys working with you.
He's just working with us when he can. He has his own business and stuff, but sometimes things slow down. He's helping us. He's someone who could be a foreman, but he won't because of time. And
Right.
He's like
Can't commit
backfill.
to it.
he's like, help us when he can. Well, he also teaches boxing and jiu-jitsu at the jiu-jitsu place here
Oh, cool.
Oh, really? The one...
in town.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Really cool guy. We like hit it off. We talked all day. We talked about all kinds of things. He is a guy. If you see him, you'd be like, I would not want to fight that guy. He's 55
Mm-hmm.
and he's freaking ripped.
Mm.
His just big. His body. When he points like he's boxing.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like his life. But super chill guy. I mean, he does cuss a lot, but he's like. Anyway, we're talking and I'm telling him, I used to be fit. I love showing people pictures of it. And I showed him because we were talking about martial arts, fighting, working out, and I was like, I gotta show you. So I showed him, and he looks at it and he goes, "Yep, yeah, you gained some weight." I was like, "Yes, I did." We talked more, man, and we spent a lot of time talking today. And basically, I'm gonna start going there.
Nice.
He said that it's a great people. Like, my problem with working out right now is that I'd have to do it alone and I'd get bored.
Mm-hmm.
This is a way that I can work out in a unique way
Yeah.
and not be bored.
Right.
And I love fighting. I've always loved fighting. So it's like a bunch of things together. So I'm going to start going. I'm going to go Monday. As long as I can go to the time.
Yeah.
And the first week's free. He's like, because you know me, 2 weeks. And he's like, give me his number. He's like, call me when you come. But anyway, we were talking today. We're at this lady's house. And we're talking. And we just start talking about things. I'm talking about stuff. And he just starts showing me stuff.
Yeah.
He gets on the ground.
So he's like my dad.
Yep. Gets on the ground. And we start doing things. And he starts talking about things that he does. My experience is very limited. I'm always thinking about chokes, wrist stuff,
Mm-hmm.
arm bars, stuff like that. He's like, now when I'm on the ground with you, I'm going to do this. And he's on the ground. So he takes my head and he pushes it against his knee. And he's like, so my head is here. And he's like, what I do is I take your head and I squeeze it into my knee. And it's right here. And it's putting pressure immediately, tap. Because you feel like your head's going to explode. He's like, sometimes I'll put it in your eye socket. And he puts it in the eye socket. And I'm like, dude, I've never thought of this. It's like, this is so smart. Oh, it all started because we were talking about choking. And I have this story when I was wrestling Raheem.
Uh-huh.
And when you suddenly get choked, you kind of, if you're not used to it, you go into a little panic.
Yeah.
We're wrestling around, and I somehow end up on the ground, and his head's between my legs. And I just take my two hands, his arms and legs are free. As soon as I land, take my two hands and I push him here for a blood choke. And he taps. And Sony was like, that was awesome. So he's like, let me show you some stuff. And he gets on the ground and starts showing me this stuff, man. But he was laughing. He's like, if Dan walked in right now, we're like on the ground and he's like, show me. And then I do this. And then Dan would walk in and be like, stop.
I'm fighting.
But I immediately was like, dude, I'm going to do it. Because this is...
Does he have like classes or open gym sessions or what is it?
It's classes. They have times. They do boxing. They have less boxing classes. I wanted to do mostly boxing.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like no one wants to wrestle a fat guy. But then we got
I
on
thought
the
about that too, honestly.
But then we got on the ground and I was like, already feeling in my natural comfort zone because being shorter, ground would be more comfort zone. But I'm also really good at, well, really good for someone who isn't trained on stand up. So I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna go as much as I can.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get punched in the face.
you've never been?
Been a long time.
It depends on
high school.
Depends on how the situation is.
Well, I want to like get used to taking a punch.
If you're in the environment, it's a lot different than like in a fight. And
All
of a sudden-
right. Yeah.
well, all right, all right, let's go. That's
Yeah.
what you want. You want to be able to experience in an environment where you're ready for it
Right.
to get hit.
I don't know why, but
That way you don't get mad. Because I've never gotten mad sparring
Yeah.
ever.
yeah.
Well, because it's like consensual.
And when we would
basically.
spar and he'd get a good hit in, like with Raw, I'd be like, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's,
We both would be like, boom, nice hit, dude. Or I'd like dodge, and he'd be like, dude, nice dodge. It's just like a camaraderie, wanting to get better,
yeah.
and like setting aside whatever anger you feel. He's got some funny, humbling people stories. He's telling me about one. This group of guys came in recently. They're younger guys, and there's gi and no gi jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
I would just want to start out with the no gi because the gis are expensive. But these guys had gis and they come in and they're new. They've never done it before. So Sonny's like explaining things. He's like, listen, just go easy, go with it. No need to be crazy. I'm going to let you get things and let you get a feel. He's like, I'm going to, let you kind of try to get me and I'll, because when he was doing it with me, even though he was pushing really hard, he wasn't like,
Right.
he was giving me like 3%. He was just
trying-
showing me.
Showing you.
Yeah, he wasn't like trying to manhandle me or nothing.
Right.
There's a whole part about martial arts is humility. Being humble and not... So the guys that come in that aren't get humbled.
Right.
Yeah.
So this guy came in.
Real quick.
Yeah. And he was wrestling Sonny, and Sonny told him this. And then they get on the ground, and this guy... He had all his friends were watching. And this guy was just trying his absolute hardest just to pull Sonny. And Sonny's 20 times stronger than this guy. So the guy's like... He grabs the guy's gi, he said. He grabs Sonny's gi. And he's literally going... And Sonny's literally looking over at his guy's friend, smiling. He's just like... this guy's like...
So real quick, is there a difference in technique and practice between gi and no gi?
Yes.
Okay.
In gi...
You don't have to describe it. I
Oh,
thought there was.
It's just kind of simple. In gi, your submissions are based off of the gi, too.
Oh.
So you can use the gi to get a submission.
Okay.
Ah.
But in no gi, you're using
It's all
arms,
force.
hands, and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm excited to start it. It's going to be nice, man. I need to get active again. Almost 30.
What time are the classes?
I have to look at it again.
Because I've thought about doing that.
I know
too.
the boxing, the only days they have boxing for adults is Friday and Sunday. So it's Friday at 5 and Sunday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
But I think they have multiple different classes during the week. I have to look at the website again. I could text Sonny and ask him.
Yeah, I
Because
might
I'm-
look into that.
If they have later days, obviously it'd have to be later times.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. For me, too.
Because, I mean, sometimes I'm getting home at 5. So, yeah. And you can come mid-class, too, but
So that kind of brings me to a hot take. Hot take, maybe.
sure.
As someone, people that carry a gun have a higher responsibility, in my opinion, to not use it.
Sonny and I talked about this today.
A gun is your absolute last line of defense if your life is in danger.
You're citing exactly what Sonny and I talked about today. Because that guy that pulled him aside and wanted to fight him. Did I tell you about that? Oh, frick. I just told Mom about it. Okay, really fast. Unless you have more, just real quick. This is his story.
I do, but I'll come back. Go ahead.
So he was talking about something that jiu-jitsu has taught him is to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
Like, when you think about it, someone's
Jocko Willink talks
like
about that.
pushing on your nose. Or like, squeezing you, and you can't get mad. Because it's just a part of it, and you learn to not get mad.
Yeah.
So he was driving. It was somewhere here in Circleville. And for some reason, this guy pulls up around him and is like cussing him out, flipping him off. And then he pulls back around. And he pulls in front of the guy, brake checks him, goes back around again. And he's like, the guy pulls over and he's waving Sonny to come over and fight him.
Oh no.
And Sonny
Mistake number one.
Sonny pulls over. And this dude, he said he was Sonny's in his 50s, 55 years old. He said this guy was around my age, but he was an old man because he ain't 55 me. He ain't this 55, which was a dude that would destroy guys our age
Right.
in half a second.
Yeah.
So he gets out and he goes up to the guy and he's like, I mean, come on, are we gonna do this? Like, we could do this if you want, because if not, I'm gonna go. But if you are, then like let's go. Come here, come on. And the guy's just talking smack. And Sonny's like, well, I'm gonna go because you're obviously not gonna do anything. You're just gonna talk, so I'm gonna leave. And he just gets out and he just goes back in his car and leaves. But the point is, he said, I always have my gun in my truck, but you don't ever bring it to a fight unless they have a gun, I guess. But because once you introduce a gun into a fight, now they're going to try to get your gun. It's just like open carrying.
And you're the aggressor in the law.
Yeah, but also
Yeah.
you're adding an element of extreme danger. But yes,
Right.
your firearm should. That's why that day when I was talking about breaking it up, I was just kidding. Your firearm should always be your last resort, like your ditch last effort.
If your life or someone else's life is in danger, that's the resort.
Yeah, you
But-
should never bring it to a fight.
But since, at times I may or may not carry a gun, I want to be more prepared to not use it. And I feel like that's a duty that I need to fulfill.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think part of what, I don't know, made me think about this or made me bring it to the forefront or whatever, was a few YouTube videos by a guy named John Lavelle, whatever.
Okay.
Cody's tattoo,
Yes.
that guy.
Oh.
But he talked about a situation on a plane where he had to take care of a situation and whatnot. And
Okay.
I don't know. And then watching NCIS.
I mean, it's also it's an insane workout. It is
Yeah.
not. It's not a workout like anything else. He has multiple guys there that were my weight. One guy was I actually don't know how much I weigh, but at least 225.
Mhm.
This guy was 234. He'd been going to jiu-jitsu and boxing every day. Okay. Rude. He'd been going every day. Okay. In 2 months, this guy went from 234 to 204. In 2 months, lost 30 pounds. That is a lot of weight to lose. And Sonny says, I could go in, he weighs 185. I can go in at 185 and roll on mats for a few hours, and I go weigh myself, and I'm 179. Just burning all that water weight. So you're sweating a lot, but you're also, jiu-jitsu, you're continually constraining and activating your muscles. In Kung Fu, we would do this workout where we would sit in a power stance, and we would do this and squeeze as hard as you could and punch. So your muscle is continually activated as you're going forward. So it's a workout that'd be completely different from running or weights or anything like that.
Yeah.
So you should do it.
I want
do
to.
it.
I don't really have a lot of time, but I feel like I should make time.
It wouldn't have to be every day either.
No, it wouldn't be every day. It'd be like once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it as much as I can because I want to lose as much weight as possible.
Maybe you can go get training, and the three of us will just get gloves and spar each other. That'd be fun.
That'd be fun. I've never sparred you. Well, I sparred Trey before. Not real sparring. Well, we slap box one time. Didn't we? At Cody's?
I mean,
Have we sparred before? We've wrestled.
we've sparred before.
Did we spar with gloves?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I remember that? Maybe because I've sparred a lot.
I know we did once at your house.
Trey is tricky. Not only are you southpaw, but your stance is very hard to because you stand very sideways. So it's really hard to predict what the freaking heck he's going to do.
And I also switch.
Yeah, which is a really good skill to have.
Yeah,
You
but
switch
I
hitter?
don't know why. I just
It
naturally
would
do
be
it.
fun to spar, but I'd have to get comfortable. I'd never spar with you, for example. I'd have to get comfortable with how you do it.
I've never done it.
Because the hardest part is gauging, and I'm going to be horrible at it starting out. Luckily, I'm going to be sparring with people who are good at it. Is gauging, because when you spar, it's all right, 20%.
Yeah.
It's hard to gauge 20%.
Yeah.
I don't know
You've
what
never done
20% would be right now.
I don't either.
Yeah.
So I would go really light and then have to have them be more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just, for example, if the three of us did it for the first time, sparring for the first time, we would just gauge on each other. All right, let's go kind of slow. And then, all right, let's take it up a notch.
The best way to start out is not starting with sparring, but starting with someone has mitts
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then someone has gloves.
And we can get, we can get headgear and stuff too.
Yeah,
and all
but
that.
we just have to know. So
I
I'm going to
just-
go learn the combos,
Yeah.
and I'll come back and be all right, let's do this exercise.
I mean, I still want to go to classes and actually get some training and better myself.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun for all three of us to do together, too.
Be a good podcast episode.
Just
Brandon gets KO'd by Spencer.
have an arena and it's just mic'd up.
Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun. But Sonny, super cool guy, man. Just really nice. Aggressive in a way, but not in a way that you feel disrespected. His
Yeah.
aggression is just how he talks, but he's really respectful,
Mm-hmm.
which is important. I'm a big fan of him. Everyone we've worked with so far, I've just really meshed really well with.
Yeah, sounds like
That's good.
Dan finds good people.
Well, he will only work with good people.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good rule.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how hard it may be, to find people, because we need
Yeah, don't settle.
we need foremen right now.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not going to settle for a piece of crap person. It's not going to happen.
Right.
Right.
I think our company has endless potential. We provide great work. Every client we've had has left happy, not just because of the work, but because of how we are.
Mm-hmm.
This client, I'm talking so long, I'm sorry. But you don't feel anything, so it's fine. This client...
I feel it. I can't talk about it.
You're right.
It's bottled up. Now I'm just getting mad.
This client, they have 2 kids. Okay, for example, the other day, I stayed an hour later just talking to them. Oh, they subscribed to us.
Nice.
Hey, if you guys see this episode, I love you guys.
And your dog.
And your
Maybe.
dog. But their daughter, kept... Jade and I, we sing. We sing while we're working. So we're singing. And they keep telling us how beautiful our voices were. And then her daughter's like, can I be your agent? She's like, I think she's like 15 or something.
Uh-huh.
Like, can I be your agent? I'm just like laughing. Because it's funny and it's sweet.
You should play him the song you wrote.
I did. That's
Oh,
why I stayed
really?
over, yeah.
Okay.
I played them that song, and then we just started talking about things. And then I talked about podcasts, and they subscribed, and I told them it's not kid-friendly, but there are some episodes that are.
It's PG-13.
I don't want
Usually.
I don't want a kid-friendly podcast.
Yeah.
It's just unrealistic.
I mean,
Depends on the kid.
Yeah, true. But
Yeah.
like I said, they should watch our Hot Ones podcast episode because it's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing like crazy in there or weird.
no.
But yeah, man, it's just great clients. We had one client that she was nice, but she was kind of crazy.
It's not a current client, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, she's really nice. She's opened up to me a lot. She was just very closed off.
Yeah.
She's really nice. We've
I
had
would
good
be too.
conversations. Yeah, especially in her situation.
Right.
I met her daughter, met her son. But no, another one, oh my gosh. Whatever. Another one was weird. She was in her kitchen really excited that 3 red heifers had shown up in Israel. And that the end times were coming. And she was
Oh,
like,
man.
dude, she was... exactly.
3
Dan
red
and I...
heifers? Like
3
cows?
red heifers, yeah. Dan and I looked at us as she was doing it, and we were like...
I don't even...
She's like, the end times are coming!
What does that mean? 3 red heifers?
It's,
I've never heard
it's
that.
probably in Revelation or something.
Yeah, it's something...
Yeah, it's some obscure verse that like
Yeah.
probably doesn't mean
And she was like,
anything.
she asked Dan, she was like, hey Dan, can I send you like non-work related stuff to your phone? And Dan's like, yeah. And then she sends him this guy talking about it, and it was like a big church
Jeez.
preacher guy.
Yeah, like a mega
Oh,
church.
it
Mega
was
church guy. That reminds me of, just real quick, Mom used to
No,
sell...
not quick. Talk long.
Oh, well, Mom used to sell home interiors. And the whole thing...
Interiors.
Yeah, home interiors is like... it's basically just like decorations
Like
inside
home
house
decor.
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
And they do like candles.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So they would have home interiors parties to where they would have it at the person's home, and then they would invite their friends,
Right.
and then they would have a chance to order stuff. So Mom had a home interiors party, and I think Dad was taking us there. He was gonna drop Mom off, and we were gonna go somewhere else till Mom was done. Well, we get there, and the lady is outside, and she's over at her windows, and she's painting her windows, like the glass.
We've made jokes about doing this.
And Mom goes out there and talks to her. I don't think I heard any of this. I just heard what her and Dad were talking about when she came back in. And Mom's like, she's like, hey, I'm here for the party. Are you ready? And the lady just like stops painting the window and looks at her and goes, oh, that's today? Dude, I've never seen Mom so mad in my life.
That's so weird.
Because I think, I don't know the whole situation, but a lot like banks on that for that, because it's like a self-starting like business kind of thing. So it was important for you to
Mhm.
get started to get parties or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember Mom being absolutely livid about that.
Painting a window.
I thought you were gonna say she was like preparing for the apocalypse or something.
Yeah.
No, it was just
Like blacking her windows
just
out.
something very odd.
Wow.
Yeah, that is strange. People are weird, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we're weird to some people, but some people are really
Listen,
weird.
I feel like even if we are weird to some people, we are not that weird.
I would agree.
Or the red heifer weird. Like, come on.
Red-
I've never heard that.
Red heifer.
I've been in church my entire life. I've never even heard that reference.
I heard it,
Here, let me
her
s-
say it, and it sounded familiar, like I'd heard someone else say that before. So I knew it was some biblical thing.
Right.
But I don't think I've heard it specifically.
Yeah.
There was something a long time ago you were going to say.
When?
I don't know.
Maybe just like the martial arts thing, and I think maybe that's what it was. I think one of the biggest benefits of taking a martial arts class, being involved in that, learning and bettering yourself, is the being comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
Because that applies to every aspect of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Learning to deal with that and work through it is such a huge mental benefit, I think.
For example, I saw him. He has a van. It's a Chevy. It's a nicer, newer one, but it's still older.
Mm-hmm.
And he was leaving before me. I was on my break, and I look, and his door wouldn't shut. And like it took like 5 minutes for him to figure it out. Never once did he like freak out. He just opened it again, and
I need that in my life.
I know, right?
Just like,
that's what I was
"Stop!"
thinking.
Just slam it.
Exactly. Everybody like, you son of a motherfucker, you stupid. Oh, really? You're gonna play that today?
Right.
Oh, we're doing this.
Wham!
Yeah. Come on, I'll weld you shut. If you're not gonna close for me now, I'll
Right.
make sure you never open again.
For real.
So yeah, we need that. But
Yeah.
I think health wise, I don't
Oh, go ahead.
know.
And then I have a comment.
No, because I'm gonna make you forget it. So you go.
Okay. I don't know why, but today I realized that I need to make a change with my health and do better and be better.
I realized that talking to Sonny. I've always known it, but I
Yeah.
told myself I didn't care, and I
Right.
kind of didn't. But seeing Sonny at 55 years old
Mm-hmm.
and being like he is, I'm not on that track at all.
Yeah, me neither.
So the only way to get healthy is to do it sustainably.
Yeah.
It has to be something sustainable.
Don't do some crazy swing diet.
I'm not going to do a crazy diet. I'm not going to starve myself. I'm going to
Yeah.
find a way to eat as healthy as possible, but also enjoy it.
Right. And have a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like at work, I've always taken the stairs, but like as a point, well, I always take the stairs because I'm the fat guy and I don't want to take the elevator and be like, oh, fat guy's not taking the stairs. But like I want to introduce like walking the dog,
Yeah.
multiple times a week, like doing things that just promote a more healthy lifestyle in
Being
general.
physically active. Maybe we should start going on walks on weekends and stuff when we're not doing something. Just
That'd
a
be
walk
fun.
really is nice. I like going on walks.
You can go around Hargis or something.
Yeah. Just to do it, just to be out.
Yeah, Maddie and I do that sometimes.
Because we walk when we fish, but it's different. You're
Yeah.
stopping. You're.
Right.
It's not at all the same thing.
So maybe this is our summer to get healthy.
Now camping is a big workout.
It is every time.
Yeah.
My goal. Here's my goal when we go camping. Like I want to be at the point where we walk up the hill and I'm like, anyway,
Right.
instead of like wanting to puke, like, like just feeling horrible.
I was gonna say, do you want to have a competition? But I feel like we're both really competitive, and that might not be smart.
What kind of competition?
Losing weight,
Oh,
Hmm.
but I also would have an unfair advantage in that
why?
because I have more to
Did
lose.
you weigh more?
Yeah,
How much do you weigh?
I don't know.
Because I don't know how much
Over
I weigh.
300.
Either. Really?
Yeah,
Well, okay.
But
Well,
I'm
you're also
taller.
taller than me.
and I carry it well. But
Well,
I'm,
yeah, because you don't look 300, but I don't remember the last person I saw that was 300 pounds. But you're also just a bigger guy.
yeah, I'm taller. I have a big frame,
Yeah.
but I'm not healthy at all.
Well,
I think it'd
it'd be a fun competition. We'd have to just think how to do it.
be really funny to see both of you guys just shredded out of your minds.
I
I'm
used
just
to
sitting
be
here like,
fairly skinny. I went through cycles growing up and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like high school and stuff,
It's like
and after high
episode
school.
100 and we're just ripped and
Right.
Trey's fat.
Oh yeah, every time we lose, Trey has to gain. We'll get you a lot of them canned
if
fish,
I have to
buddy.
gain, then I'm gaining it in muscle, not fat.
In my head, I'm starting Monday just because that's a good day and I can't go to any of the classes this weekend. So in my head, I'm starting Monday.
Okay.
Time that.
You got like 4 minutes.
So how would we? Because I'd be fine making it a competition because that would push me. But
Right.
the problem is,
Would you go
I
crazy?
may just starve myself.
Well, that was my concern, that we would both be like too
So
serious
okay,
about it. Or,
no. So the rule is we can't do that.
Yeah, just you
Okay.
have to do it by the same means, basically.
Well,
or like by
our bodies
are
healthy
different.
means.
Yeah,
But
not
in
the
other
same
words-
means, but
Well, because when you lost a lot of weight many years ago, you were just starving yourself.
yeah, unintentionally, but yeah.
And each time I've lost weight, I've starved myself from trying to do a super hardcore diet.
Like starve is in like an intermittent
Just-
fasting kind of thing.
No,
or-
like-
but like skipping meals and just not eating.
Or eating like when I was at my skinniest, I was trying to do the carb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I was only eating 9 grams of carbs a day, 7 grams of sugar max.
I'm not doing
And
macros.
I'm not either. I'm not. I hated it. It was the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Only thing I want to do is choose better foods to eat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And in reality, the best way to do it, which I probably won't do because it's a lot of thinking, is to have a lot of small meals throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that either.
But it's really just eating healthier and
You can meal plan and
drinking
stuff too.
more water.
That's what I need to do. When I met Sierra, I would make chicken, onions, and mushrooms like every week,
Yeah.
and I loved it, and it was fairly healthy. And
That's
then
what a lot of
Meal
people
prep
do.
is really hard for me because I have to use mom's kitchen
Yeah.
and cook
come
there
out to the garage. We'll set up the grill and stuff.
and grill. I mean,
You just grill all your food and
if we did that, okay.
pack it up.
I would say use our kitchen, but our kitchen is the worst kitchen to try to do that
Well,
in
we could do something like that.
because we
Yeah,
have
we-
no counter space.
We both have small kitchens.
Grilled
Well,
chicken.
counter space, anyways.
Because chicken is the go-to food for eating healthy. It
yeah.
tastes good.
Well, I used to use a George Foreman grill
Yeah.
and just put the onions on the chicken and close it,
Mm-hmm.
and then throw that in a bowl and take it to work.
Chicken. Yeah, I could do that. I'd throw greens in there because I like greens a lot. But
Mhm.
like I like
Yeah.
vegetables. It's just cooking is really hard for me right now because where I park, I'm not gonna cook.
Yeah.
I open my doors. I had to move. Oh, it's Apex. I thought it was Overwatch for a second. I was gonna be really sad. I had to move where it was because I was landlord complained. So now, if to cook, I have to open my doors. I'm scared and I'm nervous. I have to open my doors so everyone can just see in the van, and I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Where I was parked before the van was against the garage.
We can just plug in a George Foreman in the garage or something.
Yeah, and just like cook
Yeah.
a
Like
certain
an
amount
hour
of
on
time.
Sunday or something.
Because I want to get a cooler too. I could just put it in a cooler for a week.
We've just been grilling chicken or steak or whatever and just having that for
Brats.
dinner.
Even unhealthy home cooked food is better than going out and getting sodium filled.
Yeah.
All I eat is fast food.
Same. Well, I mean not at home, but like
That's all I have to eat because it's the easiest. Otherwise, I can't really cook, and
Yeah.
it's inconvenient to like use mom's kitchen to cook.
right. What if you plugged in a George Foreman in the van? That's pretty safe. Just don't spill the juice.
Yeah. You'd have to
And it doesn't produce any gas.
Nope, no gas, very little heat.
just steam from the food.
That's not a bad idea because you can cook vegetables on that too.
Yep.
Everything. I used to do
I forgot about George Foreman's.
I did too, but
That may kind of solve my problem.
I forgot about it too, but I remembered back when I was younger living on my own, that's how I lived.
Because I could,
Brandon's having like a That's So Raven vision right now. Like,
yeah, like it's like, because I could, I'm just thinking of the logistics of how I would do it, right?
yeah.
Because
You might have to get like a.
my heater and my AC, if I run the AC, I make sure that even if the heater isn't on, it's unplugged because I don't want to pull that much power.
Right.
So in my mind, all I would do is when I go to cook, unplug whichever one is running
Mm-hmm.
and cook for a minute. Bro,
Right.
It's not that long.
thank you. You just solved my problem. I can cook myself now.
Yep.
You do feel.
I just can't talk about it.
I just keep it.
Do you think
in.
Walmart has George Foreman's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
And
tomorrow.
knockoff George Foreman's. They got Bob Michaels.
I'm gonna go tomorrow. I can literally cook everything I would need to cook for meal prep
They have big ones too, if you really want to.
because I can cook. Now I just have to figure out how much is the correct serving. Because I don't like eating. I don't like overeating. I just never know what the correct serving is. So maybe I should just eat until I feel full. Because I feel full pretty fast now. No reason. I do feel full. I just keep eating because it's there.
I'm bad about that. I can't gauge. If it's on the plate, I eat it.
Yeah.
So I have to be careful of what I put on the plate.
It's dependent on how fast you eat too, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
You eat really fast.
I do.
Eat fast.
I can slow it down though. I have
Yeah.
been slowing it down unintentionally. As long if, like, let's say I'm watching something, I just take a bite and then watch for a minute, and I look at the timeline and I give myself space
yeah.
instead of just being like.
I always rush.
And I used to always rush too.
Because I know.
This is totally doable.
Yeah.
This is sustainable. It's
It's
doable.
cheap, it's affordable.
It's cheap. It's not some stupid diet. It's just
No, it's just natural food.
eating natural food,
It'll
and
save you
I'm-
money too.
and I'm gonna be working out.
I'm excited now. I had none of these thoughts prepared for this
I didn't either.
beforehand.
So let me think. Okay.
So we're gonna get skinny.
Well,
or what are you gonna get?
Yeah. First thing
Taller?
that
For every, well, I mean, we
I'm
can
just
make a
kidding.
thing. It was like for every like 5 pounds you guys lose or whatever, I try to gain 1 or
Of
something.
muscle?
Yeah.
I was really just kidding because you're already like super fit.
I mean, because I do want to start working out. I just don't. Like,
okay. The
I-
problem is it's really, really, really hard to gain muscle.
I know.
So what if for every 5 pounds we lose, you have to beat like a PR in something,
Ooh, I have a weight bench in the storage unit.
which I've been wanting you to set up.
I know. I don't have room for everything.
I know.
Because I tried to bulk up a little bit before the wedding just because it was like, I had like the motivation for it.
Yeah.
Right.
And
bulked up
I
too.
did gain some muscle, but I didn't understand like you have to eat more.
You have to supply
do
your body
this.
with it.
Right.
So I think that's not a bad idea. Like PR, like let's say you're doing push-ups and your amount of push-ups. Well,
yeah.
we say, all right, we're at our 5 pound. We've lost 5 pounds. Now you got to like try to beat your PR every time you work out.
or a mile time or a
Or something.
endurance length or
Because
something.
Yeah.
our 5 pounds is going to come off way, 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 way faster than
Right.
your 1 pound
Yeah.
or even half a pound of muscle.
Yeah.
We can do it with little effort. You're gonna have to put in a lot
So-
more effort.
Like I was saying, step 1 for you and I is we need to weigh ourselves.
I'm gonna weigh myself.
Do you
when I get
have a
home.
scale?
Mhm.
Okay,
I
I
know how
don't.
much I weigh because I went to
I think
the
I might
Asian
buy a
camp.
scale.
You have a scale in your bathroom?
No,
You have
I'm
a
gonna
scale
buy
at
a
all?
scale tomorrow
I don't think we
because I'm
do.
buying a George Foreman.
Use ours.
Well, I want one that I can continuously weigh myself.
Does your mom have one?
No.
Okay.
She refuses.
Okay.
She started working out a lot too and lost. Even though she's never been big, she's always, whatever. But she's starting to do water aerobics and
Women.
she's getting fit and she's excited about it.
Nice.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's just she's excited about it in a way of like, okay, oh, hold on. This has been a long podcast, but I told Mom I would do this because she overshares about her and Ivan.
Okay. I almost asked you, but I didn't want to.
No, she does. Okay.
Okay.
We
Like,
could just make this into a double parter and save us a week if we need
We
it or
could.
something.
It just might be hard to split it up.
I don't know. Just make a part 1, part 2 or something.
We just recorded.
Like,
all
hey,
of it.
if you're still listening,
time are
part
we at?
2.
No, sorry. How long has it been?
So I've
and 23 minutes.
Oh, that's still like a normal one though.
Yeah. It's a little longer than usual.
I mean, we could go for an hour and 45 and cut it down into 2.
What would that be?
Because when you started talking about like working out and stuff, that was like a big shift in the
It was, yeah.
True.
conversation.
I mean, it's very possible. Let's give it a shot. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That way we can have a little bit of a buffer.
Side
Yeah.
note, I looked up red heifer on the Bible app. No verses come up. It's all Old Testament heifer stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I have no
Heifer
idea
stuff.
where she got that from.
I'm
Yeah,
a
I don't know
heifer.
either. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of what they learn is like not Bible based.
I'm sure.
Who's they?
The mega churches.
Whatever denomination she is.
I don't know. I never asked. I didn't want to know.
Oh, I thought you knew. That's what you're saying. They.
The
No.
Red Heifer Church of
Yeah.
St.
Of
Luther.
St. Luther,
The triple heifer Luthers.
Lutherian.
Yes.
But anywho,
Lutherian.
back to the weight. Okay, I'm gonna
Yes.
get a
Yes.
scale because when I work out, I like seeing the number.
I like feeling the clothes feel bigger on me.
Yeah, I like seeing the number. It keeps me going. Even if it's a pound or a couple pounds, it
Mhm.
keeps me going. So, George Foreman, well, that'll give me time. Because what time did you say tomorrow? Like afternoonish or evening or noonish, afternoon?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
That'll give me time to wake up and go buy those 2 things.
Yeah.
And get my laundry started. And then I'll come over here and finish it.
I've known that I have an unhealthy lifestyle, and I've known that I am. Like, I can do things, and I can go upstairs fine, and I can be athletic, right? Like in a normal life.
Yeah.
But the thing that's kept me from continuing any kind of improvement plan is A, I get bored, and B, I have no accountability. So having this like,
Yeah.
competition or whatever, I think is going to be really good for
Every
me.
time I've lost weight, it's been with someone. Not them losing weight, but guys I worked out with. I worked with Raheem. That
Mhm.
started getting me. Working out by myself is just too boring for me.
Yeah.
I kind of want someone
Yeah.
there, even if they're like over there, like to chit chat every now and again, or to like spot me, or it's just more fun to
Keeps
do it
you
with
like
someone else.
accountability.
keeps you
too.
engaged.
Yeah. That's the hard part.
Because like I've touched this so many times of almost starting, but the thing I was missing is people to do it with. Like my old boss at my old job, the one I like,
Okay.
he's
The
a bigger
bigger
guy,
one. Yeah.
and we had said, all right, we'll bet each other $100 that we'll lose weight. We never started
Really?
because that wasn't enough. That didn't.
Yeah. You were
That
both
wasn't
like,
the. And
and
we're
the-
not working out together. We're just like seeing each other work. Like, did you do it? You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I think this can be, as long as I go Monday, if I can, or as long as I go next week, that's going to start
That's your
me.
hard start.
That's
date.
going to start. Well, no, that's going to start me actually wanting to and not just talking about it.
Okay.
Once I go, because I know it's going to be a fun environment.
Oh yeah.
They said they're family
It's gonna suck
based.
you in.
They're family based. It's something that I've always loved. Plus, Garrett said he's going to start going boxing. Can't lose to him. He's never beat me in a sparring match, and he never will.
And we're keeping it that way.
The
I'm
reason
excited.
Garrett loses to me is because he gets in his own head.
Wait, what does losing look like in sparring? Giving up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, I mean, it just depends.
Okay.
Losing being like, maybe we spar and we stop, and like I got more hits than him.
Yeah, you kind of dominated.
The reason he would
It's like
lose
a-
is because he would get in his own head.
Like a general consensus.
He would just start becoming really like timid.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I had more and forgot it. So,
Okay. No, I'm excited.
but when he and I would spar, he should be better at stand up than me, but he's not. Oh, I remember. He would lose to me, but then he would go and spar. He was taking. There was an MMA place in Chillicothe. I don't think it's there anymore. They did some like wrestling stuff and boxing, and he would spar the teacher, and the teacher would lose. But the teacher wasn't like a natural boxer. He was a ground fighter.
Mm.
But so he would lose to Garrett then, but I would beat Garrett.
You intimidate him.
No, I think it's a friendship thing. He would just start getting in his head and be like, I don't want to hurt him. That happened to me when I chipped my tooth. I was sparring Raw. We were in a small apartment. And we were boxing, and I'm good at dodging, so I was going in. But then, like, I'm looking, and we just keep getting closer and closer to this coffee table. And then it starts getting in my head that, like, I hit him, and he, like, falls and hits his head on the coffee table.
No.
And I couldn't stop thinking about that.
Yeah.
So then I'm, like, not in it, and I come out, and he clocks me, and I chip my tooth.
Oh.
Yeah. But...
So wear a mouth guard, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I didn't have a mouth guard. He did,
Yeah.
but I didn't because I just went to visit. We weren't going to box.
Right.
And then he was stressed, and every time he'd stress, he'd want to box, and I'm always like down for it. So I was like, I'll be okay. Didn't have a mouthpiece. But yeah, anytime we box,
Yeah.
in general, always have a mouthpiece. There's no point in hurting yourself over a sparring match. I'll literally wear every bit of protective gear. There's
Yeah.
no point in getting hurt in a sparring match.
Because we were young and we just do it because we didn't have the equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little different now. If I send you, please do this. If this is part 1 or 2, don't care. If I send you a screenshot of what I used to look like, can you put it in?
Yeah. It's on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll just.
I don't know if I can pull it from there, but yeah. Send me a picture.
I wonder,
Yeah, you
if, I,
can
I wonder
just-
if I can download it.
I'll do the same for me, too. Like, when I looked...
Because there's one
my
of you
best.
in a tree that you were smaller.
There's a better one, too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was...
Yeah, you should be able to just. You can just go and download his profile picture.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
different... He's got, like, 4 accounts on Facebook.
I can tell you which one. Well, it's
they're
the-
all the same except for your current one.
yeah. So whichever
Yeah.
one of those.
I'll grab that unless you have one that you want me to use.
No, that was the one I was thinking of because that one's the best at showing. That's the one I showed Sonny.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was like,
You
"Yep,
look
I look
shredded
good,
in
man."
it, yeah.
What happened to you?
I missed that guy because he was hot.
I'll put both of
Oh.
our, like,
He
prime
was.
pictures up there.
That guy could pull the girls that I'm into still.
Oh, 100%.
Like, okay, I can still pull a girl like that, but not on a dating app.
Yeah.
because it's strictly off of looks.
It's all about perception.
I feel like I looked like my worst either now or at your wedding.
I look my worst right now. Although at Garrett's wedding, I see pictures and I looked fatter than I am now.
It could just be because they fit your suit to you, so it can be that too.
Oh yeah,
That was a good one.
that's what year is that?
In 2016.
Really?
Yeah. Dude,
Mine was 2014.
Well, 2014 I looked good too. I don't know what happened when me and Sierra started dating, but I ballooned.
I don't even remember you looking like that.
Do you remember? I'll try to find
Is it around the time of the tree one?
No, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
The tree one, yeah. But like, I don't know where the picture I was looking for. Like I was pretty thin back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, so we'll put those pictures in so you guys can see
Yeah.
what we used to look like. And I don't want to be that man. Yeah.
Look at me. What happened to me?
I don't want to be that man anymore because I'm going to be a better version of him.
Heck yeah.
I want to be like that guy, but bigger, like stockier.
I'll put a picture of both of us now, both of us in our primes, so they
trying
can
to
kind of see.
Dude, you could take a picture of me right now after this.
Podcast after
see,
dark.
so they can see everything, like the gut and everything, the boobs.
Take the shirt off.
I'm not going to do that. I may have one on my phone, like for myself, for a before and after. Because the guy that lost 34 pounds or 30 pounds in 2 months, he had a before and after shirtless, and you can really see. There's another guy that goes there that lost 80 pounds and now competes in jiu-jitsu.
Really? That's impressive.
Nice.
There's a lot of people there that have lost a lot of weight just from changing the way they eat and then going to jiu-jitsu, man. And once I start losing weight, then I'm going to want to start doing other things active, like maybe running again.
Yeah.
It just all has to be the start point. I've been talking about it for years.
You know what would be really cool? I have too. Or I haven't been talking about it. I've thought about it and known that.
I've thought about it and talked about it and saying, I'm thinking of doing it. And never done it.
Yep.
I want to be before I'm 30. I want to be the fit guy that's inside of me so that I can find... It's not so that I need to be healthy, be better. I have the confidence. That's not the problem. I just need to be healthier and better.
Right.
But I want to be that guy so that I can maybe find my lady.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about this. I'll get a little... I think I may have said this before. I'll get a little bit of Brandon's heart will come out. Because this is who I am. Okay?
So you'll talk about feelings because I won't.
Yeah, you can go out if you want.
Okay. I'll plug my ears.
You can leave.
I can't hear.
I believe that I've been tricking myself for the last 10 years that I'm fine, I can be the single guy. That's not true. I believe my heart in here is made to love a woman.
I think most people are.
Yeah, but like
I get what you're saying though. I do.
the example was it was worse with when I was a teen because I was too enamored and I was too obsessed. But I know like of the 3 years, I felt the same about that girl 3 years down the road than I did, at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Like I believe, and maybe that's men too. When we fall for a girl, we just
Fall hard.
like there'd be times we'd be sitting and she'd just be doing something. And I would look at her and literally come to the realization of how beautiful she was, and just sit there and just be like, "Why are you with me?" Stuff like that.
Just bask in it.
Yeah, I think I just need to remember that I am made to do that, and I'm not a bad person.
Brandon's not bad.
I'm not a bad boy, so I can find a good girl.
He's a good boy that does bad boy things.
Yeah, sometimes.
Just like most of us.
Penis. See? Sometimes I'm a good boy that does bad things. Oh, onto the health thing. What's got me really thinking about it is that I'm just pooing water. I haven't I haven't had a solid poo in a month.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you...
I'm unhealthy.
No, but I'm unhealthy and I poop normal.
No, well, I'm so unhealthy then that I don't.
Yeah, that'd be a little concerning.
Yeah. I've had one that I've had one that looked like it was solid, and then when I flushed, it just disintegrated. I was like, "Hey, finally!" And then I flushed, and she goes,
Aw.
Yeah, it's not good.
On the topic of improving certain situations, this is the last vape I'm ever buying. I told Sierra a week and a half ago that I would quit. Cause she's
So-
like, "Why don't you just quit?" I was like, "I don't know, cause I'm addicted to nicotine."
Man, that's a good choice, but it might be hard to do that and lose weight. But you've quit before. I've never quit.
I quit. I've quit like so many times, and it's easy for me to quit.
I've never quit.
I get bored and I want it again. When I'm, oh my gosh, the worst time is when I'm editing, sitting at a computer editing pictures and videos.
Mhm.
I'm just freaking
Yeah.
chaining it.
Yeah.
That is the
I've
worst.
never quit. Now, if I started dating a girl and she was like, I don't like it, done.
Yeah.
Not doing it. No, sorry. Done. She's gone. No, I'm just kidding.
You're out of here.
No, seriously though. I won't do it for myself because I don't care enough. The losing weight's a little different or getting healthy is a little different, but if a girl told me, or I guess, well, no, even if a family member did, to be honest with you, I'd say I don't care.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be a girl that I was into and I was with for a while, and she was like, I don't like this. I'd be like, done.
Okay.
Ivan has a story. His wife passed away a few years ago. No, I don't remember how long ago she passed away because he hasn't talked about it much.
A while ago.
But he used to be like 20 or 30 years ago. He used to be an alcoholic.
Mm.
And I was asking him, I was like, so, because I was talking about my dad, and maybe we can get into that another time. I always talk about him. But he was like, oh no, sorry. I asked him, what was his low point? What was his turning point?
Like rock bottom kind of.
Or what made him stop? What was his turning point? His wake-up
Yeah.
call? And he said, well, my wife came up to me and said, I need to stop. And he's like, never drank since.
Powerful.
Yeah. That'd be me.
I mean, that was Sierra. She just said, "Why do you do that? Quit." I said, "Okay."
I'd be that way if I had someone like that.
And I think it's easy because I know I've done it in the past.
Yeah.
So I have a bit of a story. Brandon's nicotine is 100% traced back to me, and it's my fault.
Oh, it is, dude.
It's totally my fault. Back in our younger days.
Hold on a second. I always forget about this. I also did make the choice, though.
You did, but it was my fault.
You
I
little
offered it.
gremlin, you.
I know.
You made
You're
me
the-
addicted.
The bad angel.
That
on
was one of the
shoulder.
few times where I feel like I truly poorly influenced someone.
So funny, though.
Normally, I feel like I'm a decent influence. This time, I was just a terrible
That's
friend.
So funny. Tell the story.
So, I had just gotten into my first apartment, and I wanted a big bed. I didn't have a reason to have a big bed, but I wanted a big bed. So I found a California King-sized water bed. It was up by like Sandusky, Lake Erie area. So Brandon and I think we both worked third shift at the time.
Yeah, we were both insanely tired.
Yeah, we had just gotten off work. And
Yeah.
It was morning time, and we drove like 4 hours or more
Mm-hmm.
up to the lake to pick up this water bed.
Oh.
Well, on the way there, I was just like, I was dragging. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get some dip because I kind of dipped off and on then, and I think I just offered it to you like, hey,
Well, 'cause
you're
I
tired.
was-
Do you want some?
I was like falling asleep too. I was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't keep awake, and you were like, want to try this? It'll keep you awake. It'll wake you up. Do
Such a bad thing to do.
you remember
But-
my reaction? Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna keep going. Okay, good.
Yeah. So I get some. I offer it to Brandon, and he does not take it well. His body does not take it well.
Hold on though. Hold on. I took it.
Yeah. He put the dip in.
And at first, I got the rush of like fun.
You got a nicotine. Oh, fun rush?
Immediately got the nicotine high at first.
Yeah, I'm sure your first time.
Yeah. So
like
I was
me
like,
at camp.
I was literally like my head was like, and I was like,
You remember that?
I was like, whoa. But then,
Then he started feeling bad. So we had to stop at a gas station for him to go into the bathroom. And I think I got you like a couple snacks and a drink
got me
or
an apple.
something.
Yeah. And I felt like I was gonna puke, but not to the point where it was coming up. I just felt like I was gonna puke. Well, yeah,
I don't know this story.
That was
What?
when I smoked the cigar too fast.
yeah. And he was not feeling good
Oh.
at camp.
Same thing.
I thought you meant at church camp.
Oh,
Wait, but
no,
did you
no,
I
feel?
thought you like smoked at
No,
church
no.
camp or something.
Did you feel the nicotine high though?
Yes.
You get a head rush and kind of like.
Yes.
Like I felt it just like move on my head, like inside, and I was just like,
Oh yeah.
kind
Your
of almost
first
like you're
time?
dizzy, sort of.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
But I felt
Yeah.
good in that second.
Yeah.
Such a
But
bad.
then afterwards,
bad
yeah,
thing to
it felt
do.
horrible.
was not nice.
Yeah, so I've been addicted since.
Hundreds of
I've been
dollars.
chewing on and off.
Yep.
I vape and chew now.
I've cost him probably thousands of dollars over the years.
Oh no.
I'll be sending you
Right, I'm the reason
a
he's
bill.
in his van.
yeah.
If it wasn't for me, he'd be in a 2020,
Yeah.
lifted 4-wheel drive van.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, I would
That's
love
my
that.
fault.
Another thing I want to do this summer. I think I did look at the van. It has side access. I thought it didn't for the engine.
Oh,
It has
under the wheel
access.
well.
I thought for some reason it didn't. You had to go underneath. It has side access. I think the van hasn't been running that great. It's not running as bad as when it needed oil,
Maybe a tune-up time.
but I think I just need to grit my teeth and we need to do a tune-up because this summer I want to cheaply build it out.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to do it because it is an absolute mess. It's disgusting in there, and it's because I don't care. It's inconvenient.
Right.
There's trash everywhere, clothes just everywhere because it's just so inconvenient to put it in a tote, and like. Anyway, I need to build it out so that I can build organization stuff, and it just be convenient to put it in a drawer. Put the clothes in a drawer.
Yeah, I think if you had storage, it'd be so much easier to maintain.
Yeah.
Trash, put it, have a trash can, and when that trash can is full, I then throw it somewhere instead of. I will just
Piling
make
up.
a bag, or I'll pile it up, and then finally, when I've reached my stress peak of it being there,
Yeah.
I'll fill it up and then throw the bag in the back, and then when it's mom's trash day, put it out because I can only put one. But I have 10 trash bags worth of trash in there.
That's what I do with my car. Not 10 trash bags, but like I don't
10
clean it.
contractor trash bags worth of trash in my bag.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I look like a hoarder. It stresses me out. That's why there's no light when I go in the van. And I face away from all of it at my tablet. So it's not like I
So you don't
want
have
it to
to
be
think
there.
about it?
And I
Right.
know that it's there, but it's just so stressful
Right.
also to
It's
do
like a
it.
daunting.
So I have to do it. I'll mildly insulate it, but if I'm fine with the way it is now, I'm not super worried about the insulation.
And you've got heat and cooling too.
Yeah, because it's expensive to insulate.
Yeah.
But I can just put up some boards real quick and build a bed frame. I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way.
Sideways in the
Yeah.
body.
Because then I have a whole van's length worth of space that I can utilize for storage and stuff. And I want to do the ceiling, put like board up,
Put a light.
and I want to have lighting in there, and I want to cut a hole out and put a solar powered vent fan
Okay.
so that I can cook, which I found out now I can just get a George Foreman. But it at least
Yeah. have
give me
some-
fresh air. I'm also getting stressed because it's inconvenient to do laundry often
Mhm.
because I have to bounce around. I don't want to pay for it. I just can't justify paying for it. That's stupid. So I have to bounce around like mom and Felicia's schedule. So I'll go a long time without laundry and then just buy new clothes. But now the van just stinks. It smells like dirty socks. And that stresses me out too. So then I'm just a van vent moment. So then I go and buy the freaking air things
Yeah.
and constantly be spraying it.
Oh, like Febreze.
Yeah.
Which kind of probably makes it a little bit worse after.
No, it helps.
It helps at first.
It helps cover it. I just keep
Right.
spraying it because it stresses me out to smell it. I'll have to like figure out what it is that stinks.
I think a good deep cleaning and some organization is like would be a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when that happens, which is when it's warm, I also have to figure out where I'm gonna put these trash bags.
Have to
I know a
find,
place.
find a dumpster.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna do that as soon as it gets warm enough. I'm gonna do that soon. I'm gonna clean it up by myself. I don't want to be embarrassed. But once it's clean, and I have all the trash
I
bags.
have a shop vac you can use.
Oh, you do? I'm gonna shop vac it, and then I want to start building it out. I want to be able to build it out in a weekend, which is possible.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So if you guys want to help,
Yeah.
Sure.
Especially if you have a game plan, totally doable.
all it has to be for the weekend is everything is in place, and I can do finishing stuff during the week. I still want to put some kind of flooring in there, like vinyl or laminate, or not laminate, but vinyl flooring or something,
Mm-hmm.
and it only being part of it, and it would just make it look like more like a home to me.
Yeah.
But everything else I can finish out over time, caulking and like sanding, or I would love to. I want to have a way. I want to figure out a way, that I can store my poles in the van, because right now I just put them in mom's shed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to if I'm like driving somewhere, and I'm like,
Pull
I'm just
over.
gonna fish real quick.
Could be as simple as just having a net or something. You just
A couple bungee cords across the top too.
something like that.
Anything that moves though when I'm driving drives me insane.
Well, you can make it tight so that it,
Well, so what I was thinking, I just have to accommodate this. I need to focus on storage space first.
yeah.
Right.
Like I need to be able to have storage really just for my clothes, and I want dirty and clean separate,
Mm-hmm.
obviously.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always happen that way. What else?
Trash.
Trash.
Tools.
Food. If and tools. That way I can have some tools with me. But then yes, so I was thinking of you just take like plywood,
Mhm.
or and you face it. Here's the wall. Plywood,
Like a cubby.
and then you just drill holes in the end, and you just put the pole through,
Oh, okay.
and it holds it tight.
Yeah.
That way, it's not. I'm not building a whole box for the pole space,
Right.
and I can like utilize that other space. I also want a better way. Well, I have a good system for my urine. I just dump it every day.
Yeah.
But I'd like a way, build a little spot where I can hide it. So I can have friends over. Why is it always wet right there?
Why does it smell like a cat?
You
Why does
got,
it
you
stink?
got a leak, son?
He's a Laker.
I pee.
I pee. Yep.
That's my pee.
Lots of. I hope, and I'm saying this for myself. I hope today that I'm not just talking about this stuff, and that
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, I think the accountability of both of us doing it and both of us trying to do it the right way, the accountability to me personally is the biggest thing. I've never had that.
So here's something. It's a problem of mine. There's like, well, it sounds like I'm crazy. There's 2 Brandons.
Morning, Brandon.
Well, okay, 3 then. So there's this Brandon right now.
Yep.
Then there's the Brandon when he goes and parks and watches anime that doesn't care anymore.
That's the Brandon.
That's the Brandon.
So, I'm the same way. I can't let myself start. If I were in your situation, I couldn't go park and watch anime. If I was trying to do something better or whatever.
yeah,
Because if I sit on the couch and watch TV at night, I'm done. Like I could have the most energy in the world, but if I get home and I sit on the couch and turn the TV on, I'm
right.
mentally done.
But I'm talking in general. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like during the week, it would be different.
Yeah.
During the week, I'm gonna do that stuff right after work.
So
it's
you
fine,
never have a chance.
because I still have to have my chill time. My point is, from today, Friday, to Monday, the Brandon has a potential of taking over.
I'll text you every hour.
Don't dedicate yourself that much.
I'll forget. I'm sorry.
But no, I don't think the Brandon is going to have as much power because I'm excited.
Yeah. It's exciting. Like it's exciting to better yourself and to look and feel better.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've gone through I've even said it on the podcast, like with a woman, for example, or getting healthy, that I just don't care.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's true. But I think the eye opener is my health problems with my poo. That's my poem.
Yeah.
I don't think that's not true.
Health
The
problems
eye
with my poo.
opener is the health problems with my poo.
So I have 2 points.
Are they poo?
No, thankfully.
How's your poo?
It was bad today.
Oh.
It was
least it
really
was
bad.
solid.
I'm not going to go into that. It was
Yeah.
bad. But I have 2 points. A skinny, and this is just general. I know there's exceptions to every rule. A skinny, healthy person can always find a attractive skinny and an attractive fat person.
Yeah.
A fat person, it's harder to find a skinny, attractive person. You can always find an overweight, attractive woman or man, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's hard to go both ways.
Yeah.
If you're skinny and you find the right personality, you're not constrained.
And I think a part of that too is a woman who is skinny. Let's say she doesn't even work out, but she's fit and kind of healthy. Is I think naturally not going to be interested in someone who isn't healthy.
Well, yeah, they think they're a slob that doesn't care.
Yeah,
It's a mental thing.
and it's not like because there's this whole divide. It's case by case. Some people are unhealthy because of depression or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is a little different. I'm not depressed.
I'm just lazy, to be honest.
Yeah, it's so easy to not do stuff.
Right.
Like, dude, when I get home, I'm not doing nothing, dude.
The other point is, and not a point, I guess, maybe I forgot my point, but it would be really cool if we could all go to boxing classes together.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That would be fun.
I think it'd be really fun for the podcast to see us lose weight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we would have our own little...
Like
We'd look at it
milestones
and be like, oh, look at that.
right, like a year
Plus-
down the road. Oh,
Just
episode
remembered
4.
something.
Whew.
Go ahead. We've been talking more than you.
Yeah, sorry.
Maddie was gonna go to a boxing class. I'll have to ask her about that one.
All 4 of us can go.
Because I'm only going to do local. If it's not local, I
Well,
know I won't do it.
Yeah, I want to go to the one in Circleville.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's local. I'll have
Because
to ask
Garrett
her,
is going to go one in Grove City.
I don't remember.
And I'm not
where
gonna go
hers
there.
Was at.
I'm not going to drive for it. If I do have to do that, I will not do it. And I know I won't.
But it was one of the other teachers at her school is somehow they're associated with some kind of boxing class. I don't know. So she
Mhm.
was gonna go for free, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to
That
ask her
place,
about
like
it.
I said, the first week is free, which is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, go and try
Get a
it.
feel for it.
Yeah.
Make sure it's a good fit for you.
Um,
I'm
I
excited.
just remember, I can think back to how I felt overall when I was skinny
Yeah.
versus how I feel now.
Yeah.
My energy's really low. I can't last very long doing anything, especially.
The stamina's gone.
Sorry, that's had to throw it in. Surprise editing, Spencer.
Right.
Yeah.
This is making up for last week.
Oh, I was gonna do way worse, but I was like, it's still Friday.
It's still the same situation.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
What was I gonna say?
You remember how you
Oh,
felt.
I remember. I literally. It was like I was. It's like when you lose weight, you gain. You like get younger. Not literally, but like, I felt like the younger hyper Brandon that I used to be when I was smaller.
For me, it was always, I realize how not good I feel and how bad I feel.
Yeah.
You get used to a normalcy. So like right now I feel like I'm fine, but I know
Yeah.
if I was 50, 100 pounds lighter and more healthy and had a better lifestyle, it'd be a night and day difference.
Plus, I don't want to die young.
Yeah, I have a lot of heart disease in my family.
And when you're bigger, you're lowering your life expectancy. See, this is something people get triggered when people talk about this because it's people talking about it who are not fat.
Like fat shaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fair for guys who are bigger. I keep using the word obese because it's funny and it bothers Jade because he's like I call myself obese. He's like, dude.
I mean, by the numbers, I know I am.
Oh, 100%.
We probably are.
Yeah, 100% obese.
Obese isn't like this ginormous whale. Obese is just a certain percentage,
Yeah.
and it's not
Right.
hard to get there for me.
But where was I going with that?
Sorry.
Frick.
Train derailed like Ohio.
Yeah. Oh,
That'd be a fun topic.
so it's like we can sit here and talk about wanting to be healthy and trying to be healthy, and if a person disagrees with it and says that we're fat shaming, we can literally be like this.
right. Huh? Yeah.
Like that. You know?
We can speak to it on a different level than
Like
someone.
it's like if Joe Rogan talks about, all it takes is doing this and this, and people are like, yeah, whatever.
Or Trey. Trey's like, come on, guys, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Skinny
all right,
twig
dude.
boy.
All right, dude. Why don't you go run 3 miles, idiot?
Go eat some kale.
This is
and you don't even have to be fat to be unhealthy.
yeah, they're
No,
skinny fat.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can still be.
I feel like I'm fat skinny.
We're just using you as an example
Yeah.
for humor.
because I don't feel healthy
Dude,
either.
you're freaking out right now.
Calm down.
Even though you don't feel healthy, when we hike up the hill going camping, you're never anywhere near as out of breath as even me or Trey or Brandon or Cody.
Yeah. Well, and I think
Wait.
the only reason for that.
You know what I
You,
mean.
Trey, Brandon,
Yeah.
or Cody, but he's Trey.
I didn't mean to say Trey, okay? That's my fat brain.
I don't know if it's just. I think
Fans.
one of the only things that's kept it that way is just my job.
And your genetics.
Yeah.
You do have really good genetics. Your mom and dad.
But both my jobs is just walking all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to
Miles
have a
and
really
miles
active
of
job
walking.
and I still was fat.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Drew worked out a little bit,
But you also don't
but
overeat.
he's freaking pretty cut, A
Yeah,
lot of
he's
vascularity.
0% body fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew, if you listen to this,
Love to roast your
Drew
buns.
does listen.
Hey, Drew, I'm looking at the Discord right now, and I can see you're deafened. Wait, is that you?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Cool, because I'm blind, I guess. But yeah, Drew.
Cody and Keegan.
He comments too.
Hey, Drew.
He.
Hey, Drew. When I lose weight,
Fight me.
fight me in the bed. Come on, Drew.
Fighter in the streets, freaking
Come
the
on, Drew.
sheets.
Come on, buddy. I won't leave you out and dry, buddy. We can, jeez, we can love each other forever.
That van's a rocking.
That van's a rocking, and we'll open the door because my engine's knocking.
If your van's rocking, your heart's gonna be knocking.
Yeah, I will literally cry. I'll cry.
If what?
My van starts
Oh,
knocking.
okay.
Oh.
I thought I didn't know where that was coming from.
Also, tomorrow, Trey and I are gonna play around. You're gonna work on your song because you were able to do the
Finally.
last step for your.
Finally paid off.
And I'm excited for this song. Not to say I wasn't for the other ones, but something about this one.
I think each one's gotten better.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Even though the first two are very different from each other.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's loud, sorry.
But I hope that I can muster the guy in me to make this song. I mean, either way, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Last week they made a song without me because I left.
Would it be awkward if I'm not planning to, but if I start crying, will it be weird for you? What will you say? Pretend I'm crying.
I'll just... If you need something, let me know. I'll just let you cry.
Be like, dude, will you stop?
Like, are you crying?
Like,
It's only a song.
like, dude, we're trying to like do this. Are you done?
I...
You just get up, open the door, go.
Or he goes.
Yeah,
He leaves you.
What was it? I don't know if I've always been this way, but my emotions have changed, I think, drastically. Like, if I am singing at church and I sing a song that just hits me in a different way, just cry. While I'm leading singing. Just immediately can't lead the song anymore and just start crying.
Dude, I'm telling
I'm
you.
fine with myself, but I get
Don't know why.
uncomfortable when other people cry because I don't know what to do.
It's awkward.
Because part of me wants to like help, but at the same time, I'm pretty closed off and not intimate.
I'm not good at that either.
Like, I'm physically closed off. I can talk about things,
Yeah.
but when it comes to like actually doing something, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't ask my wife.
It's like she starts crying and you're just like, hello?
I mean,
Like, leave.
I'm not that bad.
I'm kind of like that too still though. Cuz like if me and Maddie are fighting and she starts crying or something, I just sit there. And
Yeah.
she tells me like that's not okay. You need to like comfort me or whatever, but my instinct is to just
Wait it out.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how
because
I
what do
am.
you do?
But it's not that I don't care that she's crying or
Right. But what
Hey.
if you comfort and then she's, not her specifically, they are like super into their emotions, so they like push you away or something.
Or
Well,
they don't
then that would
receive it
make-
well, or
Then that would make me feel like kind of sad.
And I've told her that like that's part of the hesitation. Like I don't know if you want me to
Right.
come over there and console you or whatever.
especially
Yeah.
if she's crying because she's mad at you.
But every time it happens, she tells me, "No, I want you to come over here." But yeah, it's weird.
Hey, wife, do you hear this? It's not just me.
It's just men.
It's just men. So you're screwed even if you leave me.
Yeah. So
It's a sad thought for the day.
I feel like I would do the same thing. Although one time, I just have this memory. It was a snowstorm or something, and I had my van, and I was with my ex. I guess I could say her name. I don't really care,
I
but
think you have before.
yeah, Mahisu.
Mm-hmm.
Mahisu.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, I was with her in the vehicle, and I like pulled over because I couldn't see, and I'm pulled over, and these semis are just like super fast,
Yeah.
and she just starts crying, and I like look over, and I don't ever say this. I didn't think I said it mean, but I was like, "Why are you crying?" She threw her phone and just had an episode, man.
I've said that.
Yeah, but I don't. Whatever.
And
There's reasons to why she was like that she found out later in life.
Mhm.
Actual like chemical reasons that she had those episodes. Yeah.
An imbalance.
Yeah. Then there was other times where she could just cry on cue. I've talked about that on the podcast.
I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
Is this fake? Punches you in the face. No,
Mm.
that's not fake.
What would you do if a girl hit you in the face?
What girl?
Wow, I can't. I literally. Well, I could picture your wife accidentally doing it.
Do you just mean like a random girl, like punch me in the face, or her? If she did it, I would like leave the house. Like I'd go take a drive or something.
Yeah. I guess that's what I mean.
If a random girl did it, I'd probably just be like in shock, like, huh?
What if she kept doing it?
I don't know.
I saw a video of this guy. I know what I would do
Probably
if
push
she
her
kept
away.
doing it. I saw a video of this guy, and this girl was like freaking out. She was blah blah, but she kept hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. And he's going, and then he just yells, "You hit me!" And then just freaking just plows her, dude, decked her. And then the friend recorded was like, "Wow, really, dude?" And I was like, he sat
took
sat
it
there
for,
and
like-
took like 20 hits in the face.
Yeah,
I
that's a touchy. That's
I-
a hard one.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't think I'd be that guy. I don't need
Yeah.
to hit her to stop her.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd push her away or something.
I can literally just shove her down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to punch her in the face, deck her. I can literally just like get away from
My
me.
turn.
There's no need to like put all my force into my fist in your face. The hardest part would be controlling
Yeah.
yourself as someone who's just hitting,
Yeah.
and you're just getting madder and madder, which is where the jiu-jitsu comes in, and the
Come
boxing.
full circle.
Coom, 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 yeah, coom, coom, huh?
What else you got?
But yeah, come on, give
Yeah,
me some
yeah.
more. Is that all you got?
This.
But no, really, what I would be doing is backing up.
Yeah.
Because if you come in
I
my
wouldn't
space,
just stand there and take
that's
it.
part of my instinct. It was one of the things that we were taught in Kung Fu, is you don't let people get in your space.
Mm-hmm.
Aggressive people. Like, you watch people fight and they like get in each other's face. Blah, 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 blah. You will never be in my face like that. Ever. Even now, like when Sonny was showing me stuff, he was like telling me the difference between high level jiu-jitsu is he can get a move in. He can't get a move in here, but he can get a move in here. Like if your hand is here,
Mhm.
but then it moves here.
He's
At the
got
high level, he knows, I got it now. So he's coming to show me that. And he was like poking and telling me. And I like backed up immediately.
that. Yeah.
And he just came forward. And I was like, oh, I got to stay. But my reaction is to not let you in my space.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, dude. Oh, dang it.
Talk to the hand.
8:05.
Yeah.
We still got to have time to do our other stuff.
And we gotta have an intro for episode 2.
Oh, okay. For part 2?
Mm-hmm.
We're at 2 hours.
We gotta end
So-
part 2, and then we can do like a quick.
Ooh, we're
like-
at part 2? Okay.
So
Okay.
we can wrap up, and then
Okay, wrap up part 1.
part.
Well, guys. Huh? Part 1.
We gotta wrap up both.
Part 2. Okay, we're wrapping
Yeah.
up part 2.
Yes.
I'm not good at math.
Or the alphabet.
Hey guys, if you're watching this, we did this in 2 parts so that we can give ourselves a little bit of a buffer. We don't
Yeah.
like, doing that, but
Well, we talked about a lot of different stuff too.
we have
It was
talked about a
almost
lot
like
of things.
2
It's not
different-
like we're baiting you to watch the other one. It's more of just, well, I guess watch the one before because this is part 2.
Mhm.
It's just, we really want to have that buffer because recording on Friday and putting it out on Monday when we have lives and jobs
Wives.
and they have wives and stuff is just kind of difficult. So having that buffer, we like that. So thank you guys so much for watching episode 11. We talked about so many things. Spencer felt some things and then told us about it.
Breakthrough.
So we want to work out. We're going to get serious about it. I'm going to start Monday as long as I can get home in time. I don't know when their class is, and I
Yeah.
can't leave work early to work out. That's not how that works. So let's say, okay, here's my compromise. If I can't go to the class, I'm going to do something Monday.
Maybe we can go for a walk.
There you go. If we can't do the class in time, we'll freaking walk around town or
Yeah, we'll
something.
do something.
Because you get home around the similar time to when I do.
Because after this weekend, it's supposed to get warmer.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something Monday, and we got to get the ball rolling. We didn't really talk about the rules of our competition here, or if it is going to be one. We can talk about that off air. Sorry, guys.
We can update you next time.
Yep.
Next week.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This was one of our best episodes we've done so far. Tune in a couple weeks for Jade's episode. You'll
Special guest.
see clips before then. No.
If we let you see teasers.
I'll talk about it. I'll talk about this afterwards. We may need to do something else. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Roasting Buns Podcast. We'll catch you next time.
Also, if you have questions for Jade about professional gaming, music, whatever, put those in the comments.
Absolutely. And he'll be happy to answer those. And if any of his community is watching, thank you guys for stopping by.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you being here. If you like us, stick around. If you don't like us, stick around. If you don't like Trey, stick around. If you don't like Spencer, stick around. In other words,
Dislike the video.
dislike the video and
Comment.
say with me, guys. Stick around.